We have just looked at similar polygons and being able to determine if two polygons are similar by checking to see if their sides are proportional. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit. Okay? Now we're actually going to be given two polygons that are similar and see if we can find missing sides or missing measures. All right, so read this with me after 2. 1, 2. To find the missing side of a similar figure, you can use this scale factor or set up a proportion. So there's two ways. So I'm going to show you both ways to do this. So notice there's some key things. Number one, they already told us that these figures are similar. Okay? They're similar. What that means is all the sides have gotten bigger using the same scale factor or gotten smaller the same way. It is proportional. So the first way that we can do find missing sides is to use a scale factor. Now what we want to do is we want to try and determine what the scale factor is. So the scale factor, which is sometimes represented by K, is a number that I multiplied. So do you guys see the corresponding sides here? So DC and ZY are corresponding sides. And we've got 10 and 15. And so what happens here is 10 had to be multiplied by a certain number, which would have been the scale factor, to get 15. Well, how do I break that down into an equation? 10 times the scale factor is 15. Well, that sounds a lot like 10 times the scale factor K equals 15. Would you agree with that? Yeah. So whatever I multiplied K by, I ended up with 15. Well, now by working backwards, I can solve. If I divide by 10 on both sides, I know that the scale factor is 1.5. So that's my scale factor. I know that this is now 1.5. So now I can use that with the rest of my sides. I can take 13 and multiply it by 1.5 and get this missing side here. All right, but the one we're interested in is in M. So I'm going to take 12 and multiply it by the scale factor and end up with my answer. So 12 times the scale factor 1.5 equals 18. So my missing side has a length of 18. How many people feel like they could do that? Figure out what the scale factor is and then use it to find a missing side, okay? If you like that, that's great. Now let me show you the other way, and if you like that better, we'll go with that one. And you probably will be more familiar with it because what we're going to do, the second way is we're going to set up a proportion. All right, so we need two equal ratios. So we're going to start off with two sides that we already know, two corresponding sides that we know. So that would be 10 and 15. Now we've got, let's show you, I guess we'll just go small over big. Is everybody good with that? All right, so I'm going to do small over big. So 10 would be part of the small one, so that's going to go on top. 15 would be part of the big, so that's the bottom. And now we're going to add the missing side. Now the missing side is part of what triangle, small or big? All right, so this missing side is part of the big triangle, so it goes top or bottom? Bottom. And what's the side, what's the corresponding side that goes with M on the small triangle? Which one? Is it 13 or 12? It would be 12, okay? All right. And now we have ourselves a proportion. How do we solve proportions? Cross multiply. Okay. So I know that 15 times 12 has to equal 10 times M. So 10 times M equals, what's 12 times 15? $180. And then to find M, I simply divide by 10 on both sides. And guess what? M equals 18. How many prefer setting up a proportion over the scale factor? Okay? Whichever one suits your eye better, you may do that way. Okay? So, go ahead and do the next got it. All right? Go ahead and do the next got it. Notice it's the same shapes, the same problem. They just want you to find different sides. All right? Go ahead and try that. Got it.